All right, welcome Team InteGRITy, our first team call with all of us here in our new team Facebook group and everything. It's really, really exciting. I know a bunch of us were able to get together last week and plan for this, and that was just, it filled my cup up completely. So I'm so excited for what we have for you guys tonight and the tone that we're going to set for the entire year. So jumping right into it, I want to start with just a couple of shout outs because we have one of the biggest events of the year in Isagenix, and it's New Year Kickoff coming up next week. And so I wanted to give us a shout out to those who are going to New Year Kickoff representing Team InteGRITy, and that's Amanda and Charity, Lori and Shauna, Teresa, Hannah, Meg, Joe and Summer, Jacqueline, Calvin, Maddie, and baby Della, and myself. So thank you all so much. Huge shout out for those of you who are going to New Year Kickoff representing our team. And we are so excited because there's a bunch of stuff coming up this week and next week, you guys, that is just going to completely set an amazing tone for your entire year. So first, to start off, we wanted to talk to you all about what is Team InteGRITy. Right? You have been thrown into this new group and you all have known that this is coming for a while, but we hadn't really decided on a team name until this last week. And that there was a lot of talking and brainstorming, collaborating, ideas sharing, and then finally, we kind of had to table it for a little while and come back because it just wasn't feeling right, because we wanted to create a name and a brand that you could all be proud to be a part of, right? That was important to us, is that when you heard the team name, when you tell other people, at some point I'm sure we'll have shirts and things like that. We want you to have a sense of pride and knowing that it's a part of who you are. Like when you meet us as the team or you recognize our team name, it's because of who we are and how we do business. That's what we wanted. So there were so many team names that we were deciding on, and finally we all just had to play some Dirty Santa, have a glass of wine, and it was like light bulbs went off and it all came together and it was perfect. And so the name of our team is Team InteGRITy, and you'll notice that grit is in all capitals, and that's very intentional. If you notice in the cover photo, grit is actually an acronym. And this was so fun. I love when Summer brought this up. She was like, what if we had an acronym? It was so validating because this is an idea that I had kind of thrown around but didn't really give much attention to earlier on. Just because it seemed like it was going to be too complicated. But the way she said it made it seem so like, well, yeah, why wouldn't we do that? And grit was a word that we had been throwing around and that we loved. And so the acronym that we came up with, after a lot of really, really funny, slightly inappropriate options, we finally decided on greatness revealed in teamwork. How cool is that? You guys, seriously, in the chat, how do you feel when you hear that? When you hear that you're a part of Team InteGRITy and that grit is just big and in your face and it means greatness revealed in teamwork? What does that feel like? Oh, we were so jacked. You guys should have seen us when we were sitting in this room and we're just thinking about all of you and how can we make this the best possible for all of us on this team? And then when we were throwing ideas around, and then all of a sudden when we said this, it was like, oh yeah. I think everyone moaned. Everyone was like, ooh, it was so good. So I'm so appreciative of everybody who was a part of making that decision happen, because it's valuable, right? This is who we are. This is our brand going forward. So why is this element of the team so important? This is a team sport, and we have to be willing to lean on and lead each other at all times. If we're not the ones who are able to step up and be 100% with our burning desire, we have to be able to lean on each other. Not more than leading, but just being able to lean on each other. And we have to be able to do that knowing that there's a foundation of integrity with the emphasis of grit on our team, right? Because if we don't have that, then there's not going to be as much trust or reliability as there needs to be. And that's why we wanted to really define our team this way. So, and that's why we define grit with an acronym, right? Greatness revealed in teamwork. It feels so good. So community and accountability are the things that we really were thinking about when we came up with this. And did you know that those will be the biggest factors in your sustaining success throughout the year? Like your hard work, your income producing activities, your focus, all of those things are super important. But one of the biggest factors that will play into sustaining your success long-term in anything, not just in your Isagenix business, is community. That's why this name was so important. That's why we gave it so much time and energy, because it really is going to be a part of your success forever. Okay, so one of the things I wanted you to think about, and I actually heard this in church yesterday, and oh my gosh, I felt like my pastor was literally I wanted to invite him to our team call tonight and say, could you please share that? It was so perfect. He talked about being a part of a community and how important it is. And he used the example of a campfire. Now, if you were to take one piece of wood out of that fire, it will stay hot and it will stay lit for a little while. But if it's removed from the campfire for too long, it will grow cold, right? You have to stay plugged in. You have to stay plugged into this team. We are the campfire. Together, we can sustain that burning desire, and we have to reach our goals. But if you don't make time for these calls and the events, it won't happen on its own. And it will be easy not to do until it becomes a habit, right? So that's why it's so important. We are all a part of this big burning campfire. And in order to stay hot, in order to keep that burning desire at a high level, you have to stay plugged in to the main fire. All right. So I hope that was a good visual for you guys, because I heard it and I thought, gosh, that represents so deeply what we stand for. All right, so getting into this team call, we have so much amazing stuff to cover with you guys. We want to set the tone for this month and this year. Okay, so we have a few things that we're going to be talking to you about, but first, I want to talk to you guys about January, right? Why is January so important? We are developed enough as people on this call to understand that fresh starts can happen anytime, right? Not just in January. But however, psychologically, we naturally are more open to change this time of year. Does that make sense? Like, even if we know that throughout the year, a fresh start can happen on a Tuesday in the middle of May. It does not matter. But there's something about January. There's something about January 1st, and there's something about a Monday where people are just more open to things being different. Now, we need to psychologically maximize the fact that January falls on a Monday and it's a first, or January 1st falls on a Monday. Okay, I know my husband loves that stuff. He's like salivating over today because it's like perfect. And I get it. So I'm still going to preach the same thing. And we all need to do this for each other throughout the entire year, that fresh starts, when you need one, can happen anytime. But that also means they can happen today. Right? So we need to maximize that. And going outside of this group, there are people who are open now who haven't been for months. So you need to show up for them. I know so many times through the holidays, it can be really discouraging and easy to just take your foot off the throttle a little bit because so many people are saying no, or, oh, maybe after the new year. Okay, they said after the new year. Even if they're still not ready, you need to show up for them. Okay, you need to show up for them, and that's what we're going to help you do. IsogeniX has put so many amazing things in place. You've probably been hearing and seeing a lot of things going on. So what our focus is tonight is to help you focus, give you those tangible steps that you're going to need. What are the things that need to be in your calendar and how to maximize them? Okay, so let's jump right into it. How are you going to structure your January? And I know, Amanda, are you on now? Where are you? Oh, there she is. Okay, perfect. So Amanda is going to hop on real quick, and she is going to talk to us about some of the amazing promotions and events that IsogeniX has put in place. And I know so many of you have watched the January Jolt call with all the other promotions, but Amanda's going to highlight a couple of those, and then we're going to get into how you can use this information to maximize your January. So Amanda, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Okay, so the first promotion I'm going to talk about is the Welcome Back promotion, which is amazing. I've been with the company for a couple of years now. I've never seen anything like this before. Rachel's been with the company even longer. She said she's never seen anything like this before. So that is amazing. So the Welcome Back promotion, first of all, let me tell you, I believe starting tomorrow, IsogenicsWelcomeBack.com is going to be live, and it's going to show you everything, repeat everything that I've talked about, everything that's on that call. So check back tomorrow. It's IsogenicsWelcomeBack.com so that you can go back and reference it. So what it is it's a promotion from today, January 1st through March 4th, that is going to be an incentive to get people whose accounts have expired, to get them to come back and join Isogenics again. So normally somebody doesn't order product and they just let their account expire. They don't renew their membership. Then normally what would have to happen is they pay their $29 again and order product, and they're like almost like a brand new customer, right? They get put back kind of down at the bottom of your tree. They start fresh. Isogenics is now offering through this promotion that they don't have to pay the $29. So it's free membership. There's no BV minimum. Well, there's a 1 BV minimum, but basically no BV minimum, right? They can order as much or as little as they want. And they also get $25 off shipping, which covers most of our packs, covers the shipping, right, on their initial order. And they get the original spot in your tree. So let me repeat that. You can go back, and I'll show you in a second the how to get to the reports, but you can go back and look. Any of your customers that have expired, so they were customers of yours ordering product, they stopped for whatever reason, they did not renew their account. It's going to show up as green in your account in a special place, which I'll tell you in a second. Those people, no matter what they order, as long as they order something between January 1st and March 4th, they can get free membership, so no $29 fee. They get $25 off shipping, so almost free shipping, like pretty much free shipping unless they're getting like a value pack or something high like that. No BV requirement, right? And they get the original spot in the tree, which means maybe you've had an account for years and years and years, and somebody else rolled right after you, and then they let their account expire for 5 years. When they start back up again, they're going to go back to the original spot in your tree, which means they will collect BV from every single person that's been enrolled after them, downline of them, whether it's been 1 month, well, it wouldn't be 1 month, 1 year or 5 years or 10 years or whatever. So that last part is important for the people that have been with the company for a long time and have enrolled people maybe like, a while ago. So every single person, no matter, or every person that qualifies, if you have an expired account, will get an email tomorrow, January 2nd, inviting them back with, I believe, this same information. So our customers are going to get an email directly from InteGRITy, which is great, but I know a lot of my customers at least don't always check their InteGRITy emails, or they breeze past them or whatever. So it's up to us to go back and reach out to all of our people and let them know what's going on. So tomorrow, it's not available today, but tomorrow, January 2nd, oh yeah, Rachel, they've had to have been expired between 90 and 365 days. Oh, okay. Thank you for that clarification. In your account, if you go into your account, go to reports, under your personally enrolled report, I'm looking at my notes here, your personally enrolled report, starting tomorrow, anyone who qualifies for this will be green. So it's very, very obvious that they're green, and then you can actually sort it by a column that says welcome back. So it's going to be, and they're going to add a column to the report that says welcome back. If you click the word welcome back, it will sort by that, and it'll put all the green people up towards the top. And then it's really easy. It has their member number, their phone number, possibly even their email address. I think it's all right there, but these are probably people that you're in touch with, so you probably have their phone number. You can reach out to them on Facebook, however you need to reach out to them. Everyone's going to be there in green, so there's no guessing, which is awesome. So, any questions on that? It's an amazing promotion. I'm going to use it because I have a ton of people that started right when I started, and then they kind of fell off the wagon. No? Okay. I'm on my phone, so I can't see everybody 100%, but great. So again, starting tomorrow, that website should be live, InteGRITyWelcomeBack.com, and check it out. I don't know what it's going to look like yet, but that may be a resource you could send your people to directly if they want to refer back to it as well. Okay, the next one is January Jolt. So this is very similar to the Boom in June that we did last June. The January Jolt is awesome, and I mean, the prizes are like, it's all cash prizes, which is great, because in June there was some other incentives and prizes, so this is really fun. So starting today through February 4th, so it's a little bit over a month, January Jolt is incentivizing enrollments. So a lot of people are going to be getting started in January anyway. We're all going to be going full tilt, telling people about InteGRITy. It's amazing that it happens to also fall in line with this incentive. So the January Jolt, if you get 5 enrollments with 150 BV or more, just that's a little asterisk, 150 BV or more, 5 enrollments, you get a $200 bonus. If you get 8 enrollments, you get a $500 bonus. And if you get 12 enrollments, you get a $1,000 bonus. That's on top of any PIBs, any double PIBs, your cycles, that's on top of everything else. So just doing what we're already going to be doing, which is enrolling people, you get extra incentives. So again, between January 1st today and February 4th, enrollments over 150 BV 5 enrollments, $200, 8 enrollments, $500, 12 enrollments, $1,000. Now, somebody, you might be wondering, what if I get somebody from the Welcome Back promotion that signs up with a value pack or a 30-day system or something? Does that count toward it? Number one, yes, it does count towards the January Jolt. And number two, you get a PIB for that. I forgot to mention that before, which is awesome. Before they've never done that. Think about if you have recurring customers that order a system, you don't get the PIB unless it's on the very first order, right? This time you do. So you can overlap those two incentives right now. So January Jolt, new enrollments, amazing bonuses on top of PIBs, on top of cycles, and those enrollments, if you have someone from a Welcome Back who gets 150 BV and basically a system, I believe that counts towards January Jolt. Rachel, am I getting that right? Because now when I say it out loud, okay, good. If it's a Welcome Back and they don't get a system, but it is over 150 BV, I'm pretty sure that counts too, right? Yes.
Yeah. So any qualifying enrollment from Welcome Back that would also qualify for January Jolt, you can overlap.
Okay. So this is incredible, you guys. You may be thinking, I don't know if I can do this. That's a lot of enrollments, but I'm telling you, you just put it out there that it's going to happen. You're doing it. It's work that we're already doing anyway. There's no reason for you to say, I'm not going to go for January Jolt, because that's just silly. All of us on this call are very, very capable of getting 12 enrollments, if not more. If there's a few of us on this call that got some extra bonuses in June. June is a tough time to get people enrolled. It just is. We all know it. We all put our heads down. We did it. It's very, very possible. Let me just tell you that. Let me just see here. I have some notes here. Oh yeah, Lori, can you share your Boom in June experience? I was gonna call her out, but I wasn't sure, but now I'm going to.
Sure. I ended up getting 10 enrollments in June, and like you said, Amanda, it didn't feel like something that I thought I could do, and I actually just about gave up when I was 4 short of the 10. But I had some encouragement from the team, like Rachel was talking about staying plugged in, and I just went for it and ended up getting the 10 enrollments. So this January Jolt, this is totally something that everybody can do, especially with the Welcome Back. Isagenix is helping you by sending messages to your people who were previously enrolled. All you have to do is follow up with them. I think everybody can do this.
Awesome. Yeah, you really knocked it out of the park. So you guys, again, we're all going to be showing up in January. It's really nothing different, but I want you to know that, don't stop at 5. Don't stop at 4. Don't stop at 7. Don't stop at 11, right? Shoot beyond 12. Think about how amazing that extra $1,000 bonus would be. Think about if you were at your job, your JOB, and your boss was like, hey, Cassie, I'm so excited for you. You're doing an amazing job. I want you to keep doing what you're doing, but just turn up the volume a little bit. And if you can help us, I'm going to get you another extra $1,000 bonus. Would you say, I don't know if I have time to help you with that? No, you'd say, yeah, I want an extra $1,000 bonus. Let me do what I can do. So employ yourself. You guys, this is a job. It's just a different kind of a job. Show up. It's going to be amazing. We're all going to do it. Normally they would release promotions like this during like slow times when it's kind of hard to get people enrolled, and this is not a hard time to get people enrolled. This is a great time, like Rachel was saying earlier, so take advantage. I believe tomorrow this will be all on a flyer in your account, in your back office, under contests and promotions. So check back there if you want to see all the details, all the fine print, everything will be there. I just checked today, it's not there yet, but I believe tomorrow, since today's a holiday, I believe tomorrow. So welcome back, January Jolt. It's happening. We're getting rewarded for stuff we're already doing, so that's super exciting. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat. Otherwise, check back in your contests and promotions, and obviously reach out to any of us. We're available for 3-way calls, for verbiage on messages. It's truly just turning up the volume on what you've already been doing.
I love it. Perfect. Thank you, Amanda, so much. You guys, Amanda killed it at the Boom in June too. It's just It's literally just focus. You put your mind to it. You set it as a standard. You make that decision. And you're not doing this on your own. You have a whole team of people running and doing this with you. And so we can do this together. It's so incredibly possible. They wouldn't put it out there if it wasn't. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait for our first call in February when we get to look back, because that will be February 5th. It'll be the day after the January Jolt has ended. And I'm so excited already to be at that call and be able to look back and celebrate all of you. So I'm going to turn it over to InteGRITy, who is going to cover a couple other things that are going on right now. InteGRITy, there you are. All right, InteGRITy, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you, Rachel. Good job, Amanda. That was so exciting. I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome. So tomorrow is the virtual launch of the stuff that they're going to go over at NYKO. So isagenixlive.com is where they're going to be hosting a live showing. It's going to be, they've kind of marketed this as a 1-hour power hour. So at 1 o'clock Pacific time, 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, isagenixlive.com. For the first time ever, they're going to be virtually launching new products, promotions, and tools to help you jumpstart your business before you get to experience it at NYKO. So this is super cool. They're also going to be providing training to help ensure you are familiar with all of the features and benefits of these products. So they're going over all of this for us before we go to NYKO, which is so cool. I mean, I'm so excited. Usually we have to wait for the new products at the events, but this is awesome. And it gives us a while, you know, to promote it before they're launched. So please, if you guys can, make this a priority. I know it's Wednesday, it's a work day. Or no, tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. But anyways, it's a work day for some people. So anyways, if you can make it a priority to be on that call during your time zone, that would be so great. Another thing that I wanted to talk about today is the Global Cleanse Day, which is January 3rd. I'm sorry. You have some, Cameron. January 3rd is a Global Cleanse Day. And so this is an awesome opportunity to reach out to your people and get them going on a group cleanse with us. I've already promoted it a little bit in Lean Body for Life, but you can promote on your personal page and Lean Body for Life. And you can use, you know, hashtags Global Cleanse Day, hashtag Cleanse Day Wednesday. And if you're looking for a little bit of encouragement or motivation or inspiration, I guess, for how to post, you can search on Facebook hashtag Global Cleanse Day, and you can see a bunch of past posts, which will also help you with inspiration, any images that you want. But I plan on using social media, you know, tomorrow and Wednesday to market this and get people's curiosity piqued, but also just sharing tips on how simple cleansing is, what it does to our bodies, why people need it even if they're not looking for weight loss, and all of the other massive benefits of it. Honey, I'm on the call. So I also wanted to talk to you guys about something that was mentioned on the call on the 28th. So the new value pack that is being launched tomorrow. Cameron, you're gonna have to wait, son. I'm so sorry, you guys. They have added greens, whey thins, and the new and improved blender. So this system is being totally just updated, which is so cool with some of our most popular products. And as we know, it's shocking to me too, but not everybody likes chocolate. So the crackers are an awesome option for them to have both, and they can mix and match on their cleanse days. And the new system also includes a $25 product coupon and 2 friends and family enrollment certificates. So that's an additional $28 value that they're including in the new system. The cost of the new system has gone up $30, so it's $589, but our PIB is also $100 now. So they've increased the PIB by 20, and they've added all that other product. Like, it's amazing, you guys. This is exceptional. So sell the heck out of the value pack. Definitely share it on every call, and I'm speaking to myself too, but don't assume anyone's budget. So that's what I have. Thank you.
Thank you, InteGRITy and Cameron and Preston, for your presentation. No, I love it. I love that this is a family affair because that's how we love it. Hi, Preston. Such a little turkey for sure. All right, you guys. Seriously amazing news. Like all of it is so amazing. I know those of us who watched that call together, we were like looking at each other like, is this real? Are they really doing this right now? Because I know that so many people are going to look at the price of that and they're going to get hung up on the $589. That's why, like, think about how CARITy just presented that information to you. All the value, all the value, all the value. They added all of these things. It's like an extra $143 value, and it's only an extra $30, but our PIB is $100. You guys, like, this is incredible. And so get excited about this so that when you're sharing this with people, you have that posture and excitement, because Isagenix is truly making it so that they're going to have a good experience down to the blender. The blender looks super sexy, by the way. I cannot wait. If anyone gets it before I do, please like polo me or something and show me how good it is. All right, you guys, I'm going to talk to you about a webinar that's going on this weekend. So I know a lot of you were on our 2018 goal setting webinar with Eric Worre earlier in December. This Saturday is the one we told you guys about a month ago, Unstoppable. Okay, the webinar is Unstoppable. So in the chat, I want to know, okay, honest moment. This is our team here, real honest. Does anyone struggle with self-doubt, with fear, anxiety, or self-sabotage? Anyone? Self-doubt, fear, anxiety, or self-sabotage? Throw it in the chat if you struggle with even one of those things. Lots of good honesty. Thank you, guys. Okay, I do too. Literally what holds us back in network marketing falls into one of these categories. For some of us, all of them, okay? Self-doubt, fear, anxiety, self-sabotage. During this webinar, Eric Worre is going to walk us through how to strengthen our mindsets to break out of these negative emotions and move our business forward. So if you have any of these, or I should say since you all do, because we do, since we all have some form of this negative emotion, whether that be the self-doubt, the fear, the anxiety, or the self-sabotage, how would it feel to have a tool, a mindset tool to help you move forward and be more successful with your business? To become unstoppable. Okay? That's what this webinar is. Now, Jeff and I had talked about this previously, and it's really important to us that we are showing you and leading the way with integrity and with really being protective over our business. And so one of the things that we did is at GoPro, Jeff and I agreed that we wanted to purchase Eric Worre's, oh gosh, what's it called? Joe might have to help me out. It's like the package where you get everything in it. It's like his, it's like a course thing. I forget what it's called, but it's amazing. It's like, basically Jeff showed it to me. I haven't looked through everything yet, but it's tons of courses, Eric Worre trainings, like how to recruit 20 people in 30 days, his whole social media presentation, all of it. This is one of the things. It's a one-time event. It's not happening multiple times. It's one time. This Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific to 3 p.m. Pacific. So that's 3 to 6, GoPro Academy. Thank you, Lori. It's 3 to 6 for Eastern Standard Time people, okay? So when Jeff and I originally got this course, one of the things that Eric Worre said at the Influencer Summit is he said, you have to hold your team accountable to showing up, okay? They need to earn time with you. They need to earn time with the team. You know, this isn't just like some show up for fun thing. It is that. It absolutely is that. When you show up, we will have fun. But this is too important and too critical for so much of our happiness, our livelihood, everything that we have going forward. And so originally Jeff and I had said that to qualify to be a part of this webinar, you needed to reach manager by Saturday at noon Pacific time, okay? So one of the things that I've been really praying about all day is based on the content of this webinar and really what it entails, I just feel like it's right that we open it up to everybody. Okay, now going forward, there will be qualifiers for these types of webinars and courses because Jeff and I invested a lot of money to be able to bring this to you. And so we need you to meet us, all right, part of that way too. Now I do want to validate those who are already managers. because I think that's so important that they have already gotten to that place or achieved that in order to qualify for this webinar. And so like Amanda and InteGRITy and Jacqueline and Calvin, like I so appreciate you guys and the hard work that you're putting in, and everybody else, you can still make this a standard for yourself. But I know that we have some people who are really, really new and really, really want this. And even though I know you can get to manager by Saturday, you can. I just want to make sure that if there's anybody in your business or on your team who's brand new and maybe hasn't even been on a team call yet, and you feel like this is something that they really want to be a part of, I want you to feel like you can open that door to them, okay? So I don't want to discount what InteGRITy and Amanda and Jacqueline and Calvin and any other managers on our team. I don't want to discount the hard work that they've already put in. So I want to validate you in front of everybody right now. I just hope that you trust my judgment here, that it felt in my heart that we needed to open this up for everybody on the team, okay? Just the content feels like it's too applicable to too many people. And maybe what's holding you back from manager is what you need to hear in this webinar, all right? So there's that. And then the other thing that I get to talk to you guys about is New Year Kickoff. So yes, tickets are sold out for New Year Kickoff, but watch the Isagenix Events Facebook page for extras to pop up. It will happen probably this week. People are going to have last minute things come up. Something's going to fall through and they're not going to be able to make it happen. And so that's going to be an opportunity to snag up any tickets for anyone who's last minute and wants to go. I'm on the hunt for one. So if anybody knows of one, I need it. And I do want to acknowledge everyone who's making the necessary sacrifices to get to this event, because events are crucial. They're so crucial for success. And I know so many people are making so many sacrifices to make this happen. And I just want to give, like, without any details, without anything else, I think it's so important to give one amazing special shout out. I just want everyone to just like throw an amazing emoji or smiley face or some like way to goes in the chat for Hannah. Without any details, I just want you guys to know that Hannah has impressed me time and time again with the amount of sacrifice that she's willing to put out in order to make things happen, to make her business work. And so Hannah, I love you and I'm so proud of you, and I cannot wait to see you in 10 days. So everyone else that is going in your kickoff, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. And we get to throw a baby shower for Jacqueline and Amanda and Della. Oh yes, Amanda has her hand up. Just jump in, girl, do it.
Okay, the other thing too is you can watch the whole thing live, you guys. You can stream the whole event live. I believe it's at isagenixevents.com, but I would have a feeling that that's where you can purchase your live ticket. But when it's live, it's isagenixlive.com. So there's details for that. But I believe it's like $50 for everything live, so you can watch it at the same time we do, but then it's also recorded and you get it on demand later. So if you have to work on Friday, you can watch it Friday night or whatever. But NYKO is my absolute favorite event, more than Celebration. And I know we all get turned up at Celebration, but NYKO is my favorite. Is definitely worth it. They're going to talk about the stuff we talked about, but even more, they're going to set us up for success, show us more detailed ways on how to kick off those promotions or implement the promotions, how to upsell the value pack, right? How to incorporate the new products to increase order basket size. It's very tactical, hands-on. Plus, Peta Kelly is speaking, and I've been a huge fan of Peta Kelly since day one. If you don't know who that is, look her up on YouTube. PetaKelly. That's Eric Hoover's wife. She's incredible. She has not spoken since 2015, I believe. They just had a baby, and I'm like so fired up to hear her talk. She will get you through any rough patch you're going through. So $50 is worth watching her segment alone, but also Eden Slobin. There's just Herb Cepeda. There's a bunch of people I'm really interested in seeing. So don't forget, if you can't get the last minute ticket to come in person, then watch the live stream. Download it, download the on demand and watch it for sure, or watch it live.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up, Amanda, because this year it was a very hard decision, and it still just feels frustrating because I know, like, with childcare and sacrifices, y'all get it, who have small children. But Jeff will be staying in Spokane and watching the live. So it is a fantastic way to stay plugged in. Okay, if for whatever reason you just can't be there this year, already set the intention standard that you will be there in 2019. Yeah, I +1 is hard for me when it's only been 2018 for a day. But the $50 for the New Year kickoff That is the second best thing that you can get. Okay, $50, clear your space. Like Amanda said, it is on demand, absolutely worth it. And those tickets don't sell out, but you should go in and get that now so that it's in your head. You guys, it's only 10 days away. All right, go in and get that now, $50. Okay, so we've thrown a lot of information at you. All right, and I know that you guys have been taking notes. A couple things that I want you to know is that we have an amazingly administratively savvy human being helping us out. Lori Bren is going to take all the information that needs to be on a calendar. And if you guys noticed in our Facebook group under events, there's now a calendar option. When Lori and I were playing around with this last night, she pointed this out to me and I about fell out of my chair. I was so excited. So, because we were going to create this Google Calendar and like have everyone get the link and download Google Calendar. It was, there's going to be steps. Literally, Facebook has done it for us. I could just kiss Facebook. So Lori Bren is going to go in and she's going to add all this stuff to the calendar, all the events. You've already probably seen some of them been popping up. Make sure that you click that you're going to the events that you're actually attending. Even if it's like, for instance, we're going to have a 20 and 30 event, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. That's not something you go to, but it's something you're participating in. It's so imperative that you say going so that you can get the updates on the posts and the things that are happening within that event within our group, okay? So you're going to see a lot of those, and every time, there's going to be probably times where you're like, oh, Lori is on a roll right now, and you're going to see her post like 20 times in the group. Reach out and give that girl like a virtual high five, because seriously, rock star. All right, I'm blessed. We're beyond blessed to have Lori help us out with that. Okay, so check that calendar. Make sure that you're saying going to all the things that you're participating in or actually attending, especially for those who are going to New Year Kickoff. There is a New Year Kickoff event in there. So make sure you're going to that so you can have all the updates like rooms when we're arriving, different team things that are going on, all of that. Okay, how to be successful with all of this. One of the things I want to talk to you about is the 20 and 30. How many people have no idea what the 20 and 30 is? Like maybe you've heard it and you're like, yeah, but I don't really know what it is, kind of. Okay, so 20 and 30 it's kind of an accelerated way to elevate your business. And I like thinking about it that way because it can be like a lot for some people, and other people it's exactly what they need. So I encourage you to watch How to Recruit 20 People in 30 Days. It's a webinar in the group. I believe Jacqueline posted it. Go in and watch that, and after you watch that, you'll know if you want to do it or not. You'll see some of us have already been like, I need this. I need to set the tone for my year. The pace that you have when you're doing a 20 and 30 is not the pace that you sustain all year long. No. But doing that once or twice in a year, like some form of a blitz, is so crucial for those of us who really want to take this to a higher level. Even if you just want a sustainable income, a full-time income with this, doing this at least one time it's going to make massive waves in your business, okay? So in this structure that Eric Roy put together, it includes a step-by-step of what you need to do in order to reach the amount of people needed to enroll. The average is 15 to 22, okay? But 20 and 30 that's kind of the average is 20. But he said when people do this, it ranges from 15 to 22 people, okay? Now, this is only for people who are ready for things to look different this year, for those who are willing to become the person you need to be in order to have what you want to have. All right, this isn't like, oh yeah, this sounds fun, I'm just going to like dip my toe in. No, if you really want change, I'm telling you, this is the way to get it, okay? And if you're 100% and you're just like, I don't know what this is going to look like, I'm just going to put my all in and see what happens, that is the correct answer, okay? You're either all in or you're all out, okay? Halfway in is not going to cut it. So if you're all in, you're like, okay, no, I want to see what this can do. And maybe at the end of the month, you enroll 6. That's freaking amazing. That's free vitamins. That's $200 from the January Jolt. And if you're using the radical duplication techniques and all of that, you've probably developed a consultant or two. That's still really amazing. Okay, so if you're ready to have even if you're just participating in the January Jolt, the 20 and 30 is a fantastic structure to follow so that you know you're falling somewhere where you're going to absolutely get as many enrollments as possible. Okay, and then let's see. Oh, so tonight you're going to get an invite to the 20 and 30 event in our group so that you can decide and commit to making that change in your business and capitalizing on the January Jolt promotion. Okay, but that event is going to be crucial so that you know where all the information is. We're going to be plugging you in. Now, if you look at the suggested groups at the top of our Team Integrity Facebook group, you'll see that I pinned the 20 and 30 Facebook group. You can click on that, and that is where, when I first did the 20 and 30 over a year ago, I literally recorded everything. I was probably posting videos in there every other day. Some of them I'm like on the verge of tears. Some of them I'm like laughing. Some of them I'm like, look at my funny hair. Like it was just a crazy mess. It was awesome. I literally documented my entire journey because I wanted it to be something that other people could come along afterwards and do it themselves. So I encourage you to go check out that group. I will be posting in that group throughout the month because I know there's other people in there who will want to do it, but my primary focus and all of my energy will be given to you guys first, okay? But that is a great group with a lot of great resources. And then, the last tip I wanted to give you is that if you guys start your 20 and 30 by January 5th, you will finish by the end of the January jolt. Okay, so I'm going to start mine Wednesday afternoon, so the afternoon of the 3rd. But if you're not able to start on the 3rd and you want to start on the 4th or the 5th, you will still finish it by February 4th, which is the last day of the January jolt. Okay, so any questions about the 20 and 30 or anything we just threw at you, go ahead and throw it into the chat or unmute yourself and just hop on real quick. Jacqueline's starting on the 4th. Okay, yeah, if you already know when you're starting, throw it in the chat so that we can cheer you on. Good job, guys. Okay, so at the end of every call, every week, we're going to give you action steps. Our goal this year is to really make it as tangible, as structured, take all the guesswork out, because this is one of the most intangible businesses you can just get thrown into, right? We are really good at being employees. We are really good at someone telling us, this is what I need you to do, and saying, I can do that 100%. They've given you structure, they've given you tangibles, they've given you ABC. When you have to create that on your own, it can be really overwhelming. What I love about the 20 and 30 is that the 20 and 30 gave me the structure for my business. It made it tangible. At the time I had done it, it was 2 years I had been doing this business, and it just still felt weird and intangible, and I didn't really feel like I got a grip on what I was doing. The 20 and 30 gave that to me. But we also want to give that to you. And so every week we're going to give you action steps. This week, when you have pockets of time and you're like, I got 15 minutes, I don't know what to do, and by the time you figure it out, 15 minutes has passed. We don't want that to be your reality, because what you do, the magic that you create in the pockets of your time is going to create massive success in your business. That's how this works. We just have to figure out how to create that magic in the small pockets. So first action step for the week, work on your fresh list. Okay, in the pockets of your time, when you don't have calls scheduled, work on creating your fresh list for 2018. Now, I'm sure some of you have already decided that maybe you don't need to do one, and that's fine. You get to choose what you do and what you will and won't do for your business. But if you trust me at all, hear this. My list from 2017 is littered with marks. I will show it to you. There's just stuff everywhere. Okay, some of you have probably seen my list, and it's like, can you guys see that? It's like highlights, notes. I mean, I've got like pages back here that have all sorts of like random post-it notes, and I mean, tons of stuff, right? I had a good year, right? I worked really hard this year. And those notes are so important. And so I'm keeping this close to me, especially in January, but it kind of gives me this false sense of security, like I've already done a lot of work. If I were to work off of this list, because I catch myself even late in 2017, I would go to my list and I'm like, oh wow, look at all these pages that are full of highlights. And then I end up not reaching out to 10 people, I reach out to 3. And it drives me crazy that I do that. And although I have, over the course of this last year, done a lot of work, I need to give my business the same amount of energy as if everyone has yet to say yes, right? If you have a whole like bucket of potential in front of you, and you know that all you have to do is just start plucking one at a time, just to find those yeses, it gives you this fresh sense of energy. And that's what your business needs. So I encourage you to do a fresh list, especially if you have a brand new planner. That way you're not working out of 2 different places. But if you have a passion planner, that means that you have an opportunity to make a fresh list, okay? And if you have questions about your list and how to organize it, in the file section under Team Call Recordings, you will see, I think it's probably close to the very bottom of that document. It's one of the first calls I did in 2017, and it was about the list. I think it's about a 30-minute call, and I literally walk you through how I organize my list, what works best, and I would encourage you to watch that to give yourself some sort of foundation. Okay, so the other action step, this is more of a tip for those of you. I know a lot of us like to use a generic password when we're setting people up. It just makes it easier instead of trying to get them to tell us a password and then we put it in the wrong way or whatever. And so a lot of us use a password that incorporates the year. So I want to remind you, it's no longer 17, it is 18. So I had that moment where I was like, oh, yep, that's not the password this year. So just a little mental note for those of you who maybe have not thought of that yet. All right, and then the last thing, here is your action step for the week, to set your standard for January. Now, this is different than a goal. I want us to be really intentional about setting standards. Today, tomorrow, sometime in the next 48 hours, take a deep breath, talk to your significant other, your business partner, your friend, yourself, whatever. How do you want your life to look different at the end of the month? I know we talk about the year a lot, but sometimes the year feels just like too much, right? How do you want your life to look at the end of January? Your health, your business, your relationships. How do you want that to look? And then work backwards. I want it to look this way. What do I need to do to get there? And if you don't know, that's why you ask somebody. Hey, this is my goal, but I'm not quite sure how to get there. Can you help me process this? That's what our team is. Okay? Those are the moments you get to lean into each other and help and bless somebody else by giving them an opportunity to lead you. We have so much amazing experience on this call alone. Okay, so lean into each other and really be open to the opportunity to lead others. How do you want your life to look different at the end of the month? Think about, how many enrollments do you want to get in the January Jolt? How many new contacts do you want to have this month? How many presentations do you want to do? How many times do you want to share Isogenics? How do you want to feel? How do you want to feel about yourself? That is how you set a goal. Make it a standard to live up to versus a goal that you're going to reach. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes that word goal, it's kind of become watered down to me. But when I think of a standard that I want to set for myself, it gives me this sense of pride, like, wow, I want to set this standard for myself, and this is what I'm going to do because this is how much I care about the people who are watching. This is how much I care about my family and my goals. What is your standard for January? Okay? And your action step with that is put it in the group. Put it in Team InteGRITy. And for those who weren't on the call, they're going to get to see what they missed by missing out on this community, is to have this talk, is to have someone ask them, look into their eyes and ask them, because not enough people have this. What is your standard for January? What is your life going to look like at the end of this month? And then what are you going to do to get there? Set your standard for yourself and have that be your focus, your laser focus for the next 30 days. Okay? I love you guys so much. I am so excited about this. As we wrap up this call, I want to make sure that if there are any questions, you can pop them into the chat, you can unmute, you can pop into the group, whatever that's going to look like. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Yeah, Amanda, go ahead.
Two things. This Thursday happens to be the first Thursday of the month, which is our family team time, and it's going to look a little bit different than it has been. If you guys remember, every Monday night at this time we have our kind of a training business call for our team. The first Thursday of every month is our family time, where it's going to be a little bit less tangible training, a little bit more personal development, loving on each other, asking questions. I don't know, Rachel is the queen of all of that stuff. But this Thursday, don't forget, Thursday the 4th is our first family team time. It's at the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. So make that a priority. It's once a month, and it's going to be really fun for sure. And then if you haven't already seen in the Facebook group, we are starting a book club, totally optional, but really, really, really fun. And they're going to be mostly personal development, business training type books. And the first one for January is The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. Even if you've already read it, crank that baby out again, read it again, keep us on track. And I believe on February's family call, whatever date that is, February 1st, we'll be talking about The Big Leap. So you have a whole month to read the book. I just ordered a fresh copy. You can listen to it. You can read it. It's a fast read. It's really excellent. Take notes or highlight in it. And just know each month we're going to be doing a different book. And Jeff is going to be posting in our group a couple weeks before what the next book will be. So you have time to order it, borrow it, check it out from the library. Okay? So The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks is the book for this month. And then this Thursday is our team call. And then Thursday the 1st is February 1st is when we'll talk about The Big Leap. So write all that down. Lots of fun detail this call.
Yes. And that's why that calendar in the group is going to be so important, because obviously you guys are responsible adults and you're taking notes on the things that you are choosing to do to move your business forward, move yourselves forward. But we also want to make sure it's all in one place, because I mean, I just feel like that's just doing good business. Like, we need to take care of each other. And so that's why, like, seriously, Lori Bren I'm in love with her. I'm so excited that she's going to do that for us, because that takes a huge weight off of all of us, that we know we're still going to take responsibility and write things down for ourselves, but we have a place to reference and where it's all in one place. Because as you're inviting new people into this team over the next 30 days, think about how much our team's going to grow. Because anytime, and this is actually a good point of clarification, anytime somebody is open to making any sort of income with Isagenix, even if it's just getting their products paid for, this is a great place for them to be. This group is also really great for people who are open, even if they're not necessarily enrolling anybody yet, but they're open to being a part of a community with personal development and growth and learning more about the industry and the business. Okay, so this group is only for people who are enrolled on our team in Isagenix, but even if they're just open to learning more about the business. Okay, so you can think about it as a group that you can invite people to check out, and even if it's not for them, they can stay in and be a fly on the wall and really just see what this community is all about. So think about how our team is going to grow in the next 30 days. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to expand our family. So, and I'm also excited because they're going to get to see all these fun things that we're doing, like a book club. And you guys, okay, I'm just super curious. Who has not read The Big Leap yet? Like, in its entirety? Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Okay, February 1st family time call is going to be, there's going to be so much like epiphanies on that call. So good. All right, you guys. Thank you, Amanda, for filling in the blanks. I can't believe I forgot those details. So if there's anything else, go ahead and unmute and pop in. Otherwise, you guys, have a good rest of your evening. Go set your standard for the month. All right, start working on that fresh list if you haven't already. Get that done for yourself. And really this week, focus on laying that foundation, starting your 20 and 30, learning more about the January Jolt. And if at any point you're like, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where to start, reach out to someone you respect, someone you know who's done this before, and just say, one thing, I just need one bite-sized thing. I'm going to tell you to start on your list. Okay, that's one bite-sized thing, but you still have to be doing other things. So reach out, plug into the group, get your questions answered, because the answers are there. You just have to take a step towards them in order to receive them. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye, team.